today's walk. We're in Rydal. We're in the Central Fells and we're going to do the smallest Wainwright in the Central Fells, and that is Loughrigg. Right, so we're starting here at Rydal and then working our way up. We're going to visit the caves on the way and then all the way up to Loughrigg. This is St.Mary's church at Rydal. It's just sat at the side of Rydal Hall. Rydal Hall's just over there. Lovely little church, and next to it is a great pub called the Badger Bar. We'll pop in there a little bit later on. Right, let's get up the mountain. We get to the start there, there's some alpacas just in the distance near the stream. Hello! Right, okay, so we're going to head across here and then up to Loughrigg, which is just up there. If you're doing this walk and you can't get parked next to the church, because there's about probably 10 spaces there, there's a car park just behind me as you come over the bridge, or you can actually park at Rydal Hall. I don't normally come up this way, I normally go just from Grasmere to Ambleside. The reason I'm coming up here today is I want to show you a unique little spot. It's a quite a big cave. It's called Rydal Cave, and in the books Wainwright says it's big enough to hold the entire population of Ambleside, so we'll see when we get there. There's a little robin just there. Hey mate. There we go, so we're between the two. Grasmere 3.5 miles that way, Ambleside 1 3/4 miles that way. We're going this way. At the side here you can see Nabscar just in the distance, and we're going to come up to Rydal Water in a sec. So this walk's going to take us at the side of Rydal Water, and then we're going to go up to see the cave. Once we've been to the cave, we're going to go up to the top of Loughrigg, and from that side you'll be able to see all the way down onto Grasmere. Eventually come to this finger post, so Ambleside 2 miles that way, Grasmere 3 1/4, but we're going here today first, Rydal Caves. It's just at the side of us, so I thought I'd just pop down here, have a little look at Rydal Water. As we leave the shoreline, we're going to go up to Rydal Caves now. So one of them's pretty big. It says in the book that a detour should certainly be made to Loughrigg quarries. The big upper cave being quite a surprise. There is shelter enough here for the whole population of Ambleside. The path itself's pretty broad and pretty steady, and that's what makes it a great family walk, this one. It's not really a steep walk, this. That's the path going up, little fallen tree. And it's a low level walk, this one, so we're not going that high at all today. Yeah, that's nice. A few of these little decks as we go through. That's crystal clear. There's an old tree there, look at that fella. Let's just stick our heads in here and see what's there. Oh look. There are a few little caves knocking about. That's one you can definitely get in over there. Oh, there's a little bit of a climb down. It's quite smooth, these rocks actually. And quite a few people over here. There's different ways up and down. Look, you can see how smooth this is. Really smooth. There's been a few bumps sliding down there over time. You see this knobbly branch, it's really well worn as a handhold. So obviously everyone that's come up has used this route to come in. Pretty big, I reckon that's 25 feet high, something like that. All the caves in Rydal, these are not natural caves. This is part of slate mining activity over the kind of last century or so. So this is not the biggest, we'll go to the biggest one now, and that's the one that Wainwright says you can fit the whole population of Ambleside inside. Just heading out of that, there's another, not a full cave, but still some mining activity going there. Right, let's get up and see the big one. That's a robin again. So this is all the spoil from the activity really. The large cave is just round the corner, it's just up here. There it is, just emerging, that's the biggest cave. Right, let's head across then. That is crystal clear. Oop. Feel like I'm going to slip. Oh, little dinky path. Can hardly see. I'm almost tempted to stand on that because it looks so clear. There we go, it's land at last. Well, again, it's probably about 25 feet high, and it's pretty big actually. I don't know how many people live in Ambleside, but yeah, probably could fit them in. It is a really sizable cave, this. I'll say slate mining is the industry that created it. From the cave you can see behind me, I'm just going to go across, and there's a few little cairns there people have built, and walk along the flat so we get to the main up point. Looks like there's a few people have been having a go at building cairns here. There you go, a little fun activity to do. So we're just going to go round and then up to Loughrigg itself, which is up there. Or there, or there. That's Rydal Water again, and you can take this long path along and you get to Grasmere on the other side. So I'm walking along the side of Rydal Water now, and I'm just in the flat bit because I want to show you the quite steep up. So you can do this walk just from Grasmere, which I do quite a bit of the time, and it's very steep up, and then you can go down to Ambleside on the other side, but I would not really advise walking down it, especially if it's wet. because it is quite steep when you cancel it. So we're going to take this split and go off this way. That's the fell as it rises up above us, looking majestic. A little dusting of rain coming across it. There's quite a few paths around, but I've just opted to take the higher one. But there's also the ones that go right by the lakeside there. It's the view back down to the lake. As we get over this rise, we've left Rydal Water behind us, and oh, a little bit windy. We're just coming up to the connection to Grasmere, so that's Grasmere, you can see in the distance there. We're just going over here to the start of the steep ascent. Quite a few paths going off in all sorts of directions around here, but we just want the one that goes up. Now down here you've got Grasmere. This is the River Rothay, and that connects on the other side to Rydal Water. But if you want to cross from the woods, there's a little bridge just here. There's an old tree for you. There's quite a few of these. I think it's still going. Yeah, it's still going. There's still some life in it. Very mossy. It's just covering up that great view out to Grasmere, just there. I noticed as I'm going along, there's quite a few memorial benches just as you go along, but I'm not surprised because who wouldn't want to look at that? If you want to go to Grasmere from here, there is a lakeside walk. You go up and just walk all the way along. You can get most of the way to Grasmere, then you pop up onto the road. It's a bit of rain in the air, but as we go from here, this is the start of the very steep up. So we're going all the way up those steps, and we get to the summit of Loughrigg right at the top. You can't see it from here because it's one of those mountains that just keeps showing you different tops. It's quite an ascent this, you're going to need a few breaks. Whew. Pretty steep. Ooh. A few starter foxgloves there. Will be popping up in a few months. Now, this is the end of the first up for me. So a little breather, glass of water, and then carry on up there. So that's another top, but it's not the top. And then after that we'll be in sight of the actual summit. It's a good view back on a summer's day. Well, still got its merits today. After that fairly steep up, it does peter out a little bit and becomes a bit more grassy as you go through. It's quite wide. This isn't such a distinct path, but you can see where you need to go. Loughrigg is to Ambleside, really the same as Loughrigg for Keswick. Very family friendly mountain just outside its borders. So in the summer this is like really busy. As we're approaching the top of Summit 2 or Crest 2, then you can just start to see there's the actual summit of Loughrigg just up there in the distance. Whee! A little bit of wind and horizontal rain. The wind's getting up here, but it's technically 40 knots today, but compared to last week's gale force lunacy on part 2 of the Newlands watershed, it's nothing. Right, okay, so once we get to that third blind spot, there's the actual summit there. Right, let's get onto it. I want to see the rain whipping past here. Forecast today was this, it was forecast a bit windy, 40 knots and rain. And that's what we got. Right, there's the top. In the book here you can see the summit stone, and in the back there you've got seat sandal and dollywag and pike, but we can't see anything today because it's just a little bit too cloudy. A few paths to choose coming off here. If you want to go straight back down to Rydal, you can go down that way, or over to Ambleside up there. Because it's now horizontal rain, I've decided to drop back down to Rydal again, having done Loughrigg and shown you the caves. So it's an important fell, this, simply because it's one you can do as a family walk dead easy, and it's really popular. So if you want to get people into, you know, kids or adults that haven't got into it yet, if you want to get them into fell walking, this is a really great one to do. You know, there's Grasmere at one side, Ambleside at the other side, so you can go between those two, and if you get tired or fancy not doing the whole thing, you can of course get the bus back. When you hit this scurry, you're best to just go over the top to get towards the right path, otherwise you just end up wandering down there, end up nearer to Ambleside. In the book, Wainwright is saying that Loughrigg is, it's not high, but it is sprawling, and it is on the top, so there's lots and lots of paths. It's quite confusing. There's the sun making a little appearance. If you're coming this way back to Rydal, it's confusing, there's loads of routes, but that, just peeking up there, maybe you can see it, is Nabscar, so if you just head to that, then you know Rydal's over there. Got back onto a main path now, so it's Nabscar there just in front of me. I'm going to pass the caves again and then go down to Rydal just on that side. Then off to a little place I want to show you. This is Rydal Water again, just in front of us. We're just going to head our way down the hill. I've chosen to come down this way because I didn't want to go down that steep bit, not in the wet anyway. So just a little loop round the top, passing the caves again, and then I'm going to end up beside Rydal Water in a sec. Stay with me though, because I've still got something to show you at the end of the video, which is another little oddity of the area, and well worth knowing. Now we're down a little bit lower to show you the view. It's absolutely stunning. Just as I come down here, that's the little Cairn platform where I was just outside the cave, so the cave's just underneath here. This tree's just caught my eye, look at that, stunning. In its own little bed of slate. That's the caves in the afternoon. Bit busier than the morning. Going back past that first cave again on our way down. Good old thick moss. Oh, robins. So back at the river, and I'm just crossing over the road to Rydal. The Rydal Hall's there, St.Mary's church is there, And the badger bar's there, so we're just going to pop in. But if you come this way, you pop up and you've got the badger bar just here, so let's pop in. Just in the beer garden at the badger bar, so we just wanted to show you this. It's got a nice little garden with a rock face coming all the way down here. And it descends into the side of the pub. So the end of it, that cliff face finishes here in the gents. I don't know if there's one in the ladies because I'm not qualified to go in there. But yeah, pretty interesting. Just where I'm parked near the church is also Rydal Mount, just a bit further up. So that's home to William, Mary and Dorothy Wordsworth. This area is also home to red squirrels. There you go. Well, I'm just next to Rydal Hall. I'm just going to show you something just in the grounds. Oh, it's heavy. A few sheep in the fields. There's the little spider sculptures there. See, the daffodils are starting to pop up. This is the Grot waterfall. It says the Grot's a grade 2 listed building, built in 1668 to provide window to frame and enjoy the view of the lower Rydal waterfall. And there it is. Right, so the Grot is just down there, it's the building. And let's just pop down and have a look at it. Thanks for watching the video today. We're going to finish off at the Grot at Rydal Hall here. And if you did like the video today, just click on like, and if you want to subscribe and see more, then just click on subscribe. Okay, let's get down there and have a look. Oh, it's a bit of an engineering feat. So there are a few sculptures around. Show you that on the way down. That's called the Angel. It's made from a piece of limestone from York Minster, and it was put here in 2009. Snowdrops are up.